We are almost at the end of this series. This is episode 39, and tomorrow is our final episode in this series, the May 2011 paper. We're doing 3 a day CSEC multiple choice questions. If you have not been here from the start, you can go through the other videos. I just completed 20 episodes. All right, the first 20 episodes would have been done in June or July, so you can check those out as well. And you can find it in this playlist that you're in right now, so you should be fine. So today we're looking at questions 55 to 57, and they're gonna be pretty simple, All right, let's hit the road. All right, this one says we should look at the diagram, and it says triangle OPQ is mapped onto triangle OP prime Q prime. What type of transformation has taken place? So we need to be able to tell if, we need to be able to tell if this original triangle, if it is moved from this position to that position, what could we say has taken place? Is it a reflection? Is it an enlargement? Is it a translation? Is it a rotation? Definitely not an enlargement. It is the same size. All right, for an enlargement, you must be getting either bigger or smaller. The image should be. All right, and so you can approach this question by using elimination if you are not sure. So say to yourself, you know it's not an enlargement, you know it's not a translation because the shape would not change orientation. If it were a translation, then it would probably look like, oops. It would probably look something like this, because a translation is supposed to represent a slide. All right, that is horrible. Right, so a translation would have represented a glide, right? So it would not change orientation at all. For it to be a reflection, I mean, it must be literally, they must be literally mirroring each other. And that's not happening no matter where I try to draw a mirror line. I cannot see the exact image on the other side. All right. And so it definitely is a rotation, and we're going to say, we're going to look at it to even tell right now how exactly has it been rotated. So this is just a little bit of additional knowledge, just in case a question asks something like this, right? Name the transformation. So you're going to say it is a rotation, because if you should take this image and literally rotate it about this point, just have this point here as the main point and rotate the image, it definitely could end up in that position. And you would see that it is going anti-clockwise, right? Opposite the way that a clock goes. All right, it would be going anti-clockwise. And so you could say this is a rotation anti-clockwise, but then you'd have to also give the number of degrees that it is rotating. All right, so you can literally, to find out how much degrees, how many, you can look at any two similar lines. So OP and let's say OP prime, and you can measure the angle in between that, and you would have realized, oh, it rotated 90 degrees. And of course, in the anti-clockwise direction. So that was rotation. We have one more transformation question coming up. Here goes. We have A prime, the image of A. That's what's in all the triangles, all the diagrams. Which of the diagrams show a reflection in the x-axis? This is our x-axis. All right, so we have this as our x-axis. And if we're going to reflect this image here, clearly it cannot end up over here. So that's definitely wrong. This is our x-axis. And this is you looking in the mirror, and the line I have drawn, the x-axis, is the mirror line. No, this is not how you would look. All right, this is the x-axis. You're standing on this side looking in the mirror. Clearly, You need to be able to see yourself over here, so Mr. Triangle. All right, and so of course, this would have been, B would have been our correct answer. Let me remove all the other ticks so that it doesn't seem as if those were correct. All right, so once we have our x-axis and we're trying to reflect the reflect A in that point, in that line, then we gotta make sure that you literally make sense. Like, I'm gonna stand up here, so I look at myself in the mirror clearly. My image cannot be formed beside me, behind, must be before me. All right, here we go, 57 and final for today. It says AB is parallel to EC. What is the measure of BDE? And we just did one of these questions yesterday, where we looked at the fact that the angle 40 degrees and this one right here, BDC, those two angles would have been equal. And so we can even transfer that knowledge here. All right, 40 degrees. And then we're asked to find angle BDE. So here we are, angle BDE. So we know we're being asked to find the angle right there. All right, again, just like we looked at one earlier this week, if we look at this line here that I just highlighted in dark blue, that's gonna be a straight line. And so we can look at the two angles, 40 degrees and this missing angle here. The fact that they are formed at the same point on a straight line, they should add up to 180 degrees. All right, and some of you can tell clearly that therefore that angle needs to be 140 degrees. If this were a paper 2 question, then you definitely go ahead and say angle BDE is equal to the answer I get when I subtract 40 degrees from 180 degrees. All right, that is the end of today's episode. Tomorrow is the final episode. Invite somebody. If you did not forget to invite somebody all along. Subscribe if you have not subscribed as yet, so you can stay tuned to everything that's coming up for the new year. All right, it's goodbye from PG Makes Math Easy. I will see you tomorrow.